Respected elders, educationists, dear teachers and dear students, welcome. First of all, it is my kind request that those who have been subscribed our channel so far may kindly subscribe it. Dear students and elders, in the last class we saw the 5 couplets from 91 to 95 under the chapter uttering pleasant words. In this class we are going to see the 5 couplets from 96 to 100 under the chapter uttering pleasant words. Come, let us see. What is the intention of World 1? What is the advice of World 1? For following pleasant words, for using pleasant words. What is the necessity of using pleasant words? He stresses in his 5 couplets from 96 to 100. All the five couplets are highly valuable. Each couplet engages the unavoidable importance of sweet words, pleasant words. Come, let us sing. Tirukkural, comments and explanations with new dimension. 5 couplets from 96 to 100. Video 40, dated 24/6/2023. See, couplet 96, seeking goodness and speaking pleasant word would take us to the virtuous world, ruining vicious thinking. Again, seeking goodness and speaking pleasant word would take us, ruining vicious thinking, to the virtuous world. What is the message of this couplet? Seeking goodness, that is, if a man thinks fruitful and virtuous things, if a man thinks fruitful and virtuous things and brings it out with pleasant words. If a man thinks fruitful and virtuous things and brings it out with pleasant words, that is his way of thinking and expressing out. That would take him to the virtuous world. That would take him to the real world. What is the real world? That would give him energy and encourage to think virtuously and to do noble things. Such kind of thinking won't allow him to cherish vicious thinking in his mind. Such thinking, that is the noble thinking, fruitful thinking, won't allow that man to cherish vicious thinking, to cherish vicious thinking in his mind. That is the message of this 96th couplet. Again, if a man thinks fruitful and virtuous things, if a man thinks fruitful and virtuous things and brings it out with pleasant words, it would encourage that man to think. It would encourage the man to think great things, to think great things with pleasure. Such kind of things that kind of things would feed that man a great zealous and stimulation. Great zealous and stimulation. Not only that, such kind of fair thinking won't allow that man to cherish vicious thinking in his mind. That is the message of this. In short, if a man thinks fruitful and virtuous things and brings it out with pleasant words, that would feed that man stimulation and solace. That would feed that man zeal and stimulation. Not only that, such kind of thinking and the way of bringing that thinking out and the way of bringing it out won't allow that man to cherish vicious thinking in his mind. It would allow to think virtuous thinking, but it won't allow vicious thinking. That's all. That is the message of this appointment. See, content, virtuous thinking and pleasant words would feed us zeal and stimulation. Virtuous thinking and pleasant words would feed us zeal and stimulation. Explanation. If we sincerely think fruitful things which would benefit all and speak them with pleasant words, if we sincerely think fruitful things which would benefit all and speak them with pleasant words and brings them out with pleasant words, the evil thinking with us will diminish and goodness will increase. That is, when we think virtuous things and bring them out with the pleasant words, the vicious thinking existing in our mind would get ruined, and encouraging and creative thinking would emerge, which would stimulate us to do fruitful deeds. Virtuous thinking and pleasant words would feed us zeal and courage and make us fly on the sky with joy. Again, virtuous thinking and pleasant words would feed us zeal and courage and make us fly on the sky with joy. Again, seeking goodness and speaking pleasant word would take as ruining vicious thinking to the virtuous world. Content this: if a man thinks fruitful and virtuous things and brings it out with a pleasant words, that would encourage him, and stimulate to do good things. Not only that, his thinking won't allow him, his right way of his virtuous thinking and using pleasant words won't allow him to cherish vicious thinking in his mind. That is the message. Ninety-seventh couplet. Words mingled with the sweetness, spoken to benefit others, might benefit the speaker himself also with feathers. That is, words mingled with sweetness, spoken to benefit others, might benefit the speaker himself also with feathers. What is the message? What is the hidden idea of this couplet? You see, Vallabhan says that is, if a man speaks pleasantly, if a man speaks with pleasant words, it would delight the hearers. If a man speaks pleasantly, speaks with pleasant words, it would delight the hearers, and also it would delight the speaker himself. Again, if a man speaks pleasant words, if a man speaks pleasantly, it would delight the hearers, and also it would delight the man himself. This is the message of the poem. It's in short. If we speak pleasantly, it would delight both the hearer and we ourselves. It would delight both the hearers and we ourselves. Again, if a man or if you speak pleasantly, it would delight the hearer and also yourself. Again, if you speak sweetly, it would delight not only the hearer but also yourself. Content. Virtuous and pleasant words might please and benefit all. Virtuous and pleasant words might please and benefit all. Explanation. The virtuous and pleasant words spoken not neglecting morality might benefit both the hearer and the speaker. That is, virtuous and pleasant words spoken not neglecting morality might benefit both the hearer and the speaker. That is, if a man speaks virtuous and pleasant words within the moral code of humanity, if a man speaks virtuous and pleasant words within the moral code of humanity, it would please and benefit not only the hearer but also the speaker. It would benefit both the hearer and the speaker. Again, words mingled with the sweetness spoken to benefit others might benefit the speaker himself also with feathers. That is, pleasant words delivered pleasant words delivered would delight. Pleasant words delivered would delight not only the hearer but also the speaker. So, okay, pleasant words delivered would delight not only the hearer but also the speaker. Let us see the 98th couplet. Words spoken sans malice might bring pleasure both to being and after demise with great measure. Words spoken sans malice might bring pleasure both to being and after demise with great measure. What is the message? That is, if a man speaks without any malicious intention, if a man speaks without any malicious intention, it would bring him pleasure, it would bring him dignity and respect. If a man speaks pleasant words, if a man speaks pleasantly, if a man speaks pleasantly without any malicious intention, it would bring him respect and dignity at the time of living. It would bring him respect and dignity at the time of speaking. And also it would bring him fame and name after his demise. Again, words spoken since malice might bring pleasure both to being and after demise with great measure. That is, if a man speaks pleasantly, or if a man speaks without any malicious intention, if a man speaks without any malicious intention, it might bring him respect and dignity at the time of his living, and also it would bring him fame and name after his demise. Content. Flawless words might bring joy while living, and name and fame after demise. Flawless words might bring joy while living. Joy, not only joy but also respect and dignity. Flawless words might bring dignity, joy and dignity while living, and name and fame after demise. Explanation. The pleasant words spoken without malicious intention might bring pleasure and greatness to a man, not only while living, but also after demise. That is, if we speak without evil intention, we might earn a respect at the time of living. If we speak without evil intention, we might earn a respect at the time of living, and name and fame after demise. Flawless words might earn respect and dignity. Again, words spoken sans malice might bring pleasure both to being and after demise with great measure. If a man speaks without any evil intention, it might bring him respect and dignity at the time of living, and also it would earn him fame and name after his demise. Now let us see the 99th couplet. Knowing well pleasant words would yield only pleasure. Knowing well pleasant words would yield only pleasure. Why do some people utter coarse words sans measure? This means sage holder puts the question. Knowing well pleasant words would yield only pleasure. Why do some people utter harsh words sans measure? What is the message? So it is crystal clear that pleasant words would bring only pleasure. Pleasant words would bring only pleasure. Unpleasant words would bring only evil. Pleasant words would bring only pleasure. Unpleasant words would bring only sorrows and sufferings. It is a well-known fact. Then why some people, knowing well the fact, why do some people speak harsh words? Whether it is because of his folly or arrogance. It is the question put before us. You can see, a man, knowing well that pleasant words might bring pleasure. Why he speaks harsh words? What is the reason for it? Knowing well that pleasant words might bring pleasure, why does that man speak unpleasant, harsh words? What is the reason for it? Whether it is because of his ignorance or arrogance? The answer would be depending upon the person and the time of using coarse words. So, okay, again, knowing well pleasant words would yield only pleasure. Why do some people utter harsh words sans measure? That is, knowing well pleasant words would, that is a man knowing very well the pleasant words would yield only pleasure. Why does that man use harsh words towards others? It is the question. See, what is the message of this word? What Waldman wants to tell us, that is, we should always use only pleasant words. We should always use only pleasant words. That only bring us a pleasure. On no account should we use unpleasant words. That is the simple message. That is, we should always use only pleasant words. That would bring us pleasure. On no account should we use unpleasant words, coarse words. That's all. That is the message of this 99th couplet. Content. Feeling well that sweet words bring only sweetness, speaking coarsely is only ignorance. It is mine. Weighing well that sweet words bring only sweetness, speaking coarsely is only ignorance. Or we should always speak only sweet words. We should always speak only pleasant words. Explanation. It is crystal clear that sweet words always bring pleasure with benefit. It is questionable why some people, well aware of the fact, utter harsh words. I would like to comment that it is because of their folly and arrogance. It is my comment. I would like to comment that it is because of their folly and arrogance. And the simple message is, we should always use pleasant words. We should always use pleasant words. Knowing well, pleasant words would yield only pleasant. why do some people utter coarse words, sense measure? Knowing well that pleasant words might bring pleasure, why some people unnecessarily use coarse words? That is, we should always use pleasant words. We should always use only pleasant words. Yes. Knowing well pleasant words would yield only pleasure. Why do some people utter coarse words, sense measure? Just a simple answer is, simple message is, we should always use only pleasant words. So, okay, we should always use only pleasant words. Let us see the 100th couplet. That is very, very beautiful. Your couplet with highly intensive meaning. Speaking bitter words while pleasant ones are plenty. Speaking bitter words while pleasant ones are plenty is as choosing bitter unripe fruits while ripe ones are plenty. What is the message? He says, that is, speaking unpleasant words while pleasant words are plenty is like selecting a bitter unripe fruit while ripe sweet fruits are available. Speaking or unpleasant words while pleasant words are available is like selecting unripe bitter fruit while ripe sweet fruits are available. So what is the meaning? We should always speak pleasant words. Speaking unpleasant words where pleasant words are available is like selecting a bitter unripe fruit while a ripe and sweet fruit is available. This is the message. Speaking unpleasant words while pleasant words are available is like selecting a unripe bitter fruit while sweet ripe fruits are available. Content. Speaking unpleasant words while pleasant words are available is as eating poisonous unripe fruits while sweet ripe fruits are available. Speaking unpleasant words while pleasant words are available is as eating poisonous unripe fruits while sweet ripe fruits are available. This is the content. Explanation. Speaking unpleasant words while pleasant ones are plentiful is just as selecting and eating bitter unripe fruits, ignoring the available sweet ripe fruits. That is, while many fruitful pleasant words are dwelling in our tongue, speaking fruitless unpleasant harsh words is as choosing and eating bitter and poisonous fruits, while a lot of sweet bambos are there. The meaning is the same. So again, speaking bitter words while pleasant ones are plenty is as choosing bitter unripe fruits while ripe ones are plenty. That is speaking, that is uttering unpleasant words while pleasant words are a lot. It's like choosing choosing an unripe bitter fruit while a sweet bitter fruit is available. Like that. Speaking unpleasant words while pleasant words are available is as eating poisonous unripe fruits while sweet ripe fruits are available. This is the message. Now let us see the comment. Uttering pleasant words, comments. Among the noble qualities of man, the greatest is uttering pleasant words. Among the noble qualities of man, the greatest is uttering pleasant words. The quality of feeding sweetness both to the hearer and the speaker is uttering pleasant words. The quality feeding sweetness both to the hearer and the speaker is uttering pleasant words. It is sweet. It is sweet words that would give immeasurable joy to the hearer without bringing any damage to the speaker. That is, it is a sweet verse that would give immeasurable message, that would bring immeasurable joy to the hearer without bringing any damage to the speaker, without making any loss to the speaker. What we brought with us when we came, what we are going to take with us when we leave this pretty world, nothing. As long as we live, we will respect and love others as ourselves. Let pleasant words and love permanently live in our heart. Then only it will be the real heaven. Let pleasant words and love permanently live in our heart. Then only our heart would be the real heaven. Let us always please and delight others by our heartily pleasant words. My verse, my couplet. Pleasant words would always feed joy. Pleasant words would always feed joy. We ever have them and make others joy. We would ever have them and make others enjoy. Dear elders, teachers and students, so far we have seen the 5 couplets from 96 to 100 under the chapter pleasant words, uttering pleasant words. You see, these 5 couplets are the 5 jewels. Each and every couplet inches the importance of, the vital importance of pleasant words, uttering pleasant words, speaking pleasant words. Dear children, dear daughters and sons, dear granddaughters and grandsons, you might consider both noble thinking, virtuous thinking and pleasant words. Virtuous thinking, noble thinking and pleasant words as your 2 eyes. The pleasant words, you should take as your soul. It is pleasant words that would earn you lot of people. It would earn you great respect from the society. See, harsh words would make even your friend as enemy. harsh words, unpleasant words would make a friend an enemy, whereas pleasant words would make even an enemy a friend. Just pleasant words is so powerful. Its magnitude is so great. The magnitude of pleasant words are so great. So, on no account should we forget to use pleasant words. If there is any harshness in our memory, in our mind, we should try to eradicate them gradually. We should become addicted. You should become addicted using pleasant words. It would always bring us pleasure. The wonderful couplet, 100th couplet. You see again. Speaking bitter words while pleasant ones are plenty is as choosing bitter unripe fruits while ripe ones are plenty. Yes, what a wonderful. Listen, speaking, uttering bitter words, unpleasant words, while pleasant words are plenty, is as choosing a bitter unripe fruit while sweet ripe fruit is available. Using unpleasant words while pleasant words are available is like choosing an unripe bitter fruit while sweet ripe fruit is available. This is the comparison. The great man, the great sage Oliver. See, he studied some 2000 years back. The same psychological factors are living even today. Because we all are human beings. Then the people of either Tamils or any people felt like that. As they felt then, we are feeling now. So that is the importance of pleasant words. On no account should we utter unpleasant and harsh words towards others. Whether we are giving anything or not, that is a secondary thing. But on no account should we utter unpleasant words. We should always speak pleasant words. That alone would bring us pleasure. The pleasant words that we use, the pleasant words that we use would bring us respect and dignity at the time of living, and also it would earn us fame and name after our demise. Such a powerful weapon is pleasant word. So don't forget, dear children, on no account should you use unpleasant words, unpleasant harsh words towards anybody else, even against your enemies. It's okay. Dear elders and my dear sisters and brothers, my dear grandchildren and my dear children, I thank you for watching my lessons, by watching my comments and explanations for the 5 couplets from 96 to 100. Till we meet you again in the next class. I wish all of you a very nice and sweet time. Thank you.